Today's video sponsors are by Limural. Today I will be showcasing the brand new high performance pro cordless clippers. But before we start, I want to quickly show you what comes in the kit. These clippers are very lightweight with a solid anti-rust blade, and they hold an operation time of about 4 hours. They also include your guards number 1 through 8, as well as with a brush and a cutting comb. I will leave this kit linked down in the description, as well as with a discount code, so y'all can feel free and check them out. So with that being said, let's just jump right into this video. What's going on, Faded Culture? It's Sergio Barron, and we're back again with another barber tutorial. In this tutorial, I will break down my steps on doing a ball fade on my boy Jaden here using these cordless clippers by Limural. If y'all enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, and also feel free to check out the rest of the tutorials that we have on our channel. So with that being said, let's just jump right into this. So before we start, guys, all the tools and products I use in this video will be linked down in the description for y'all, as well as with all these steps in written format for y'all to follow. And now to begin, I'm going to start by damping the hair with some water to do our scissor trim. This will be a small trim on top, so you see that I will pull up about 2 fingers of hair from the scalp starting from the front, and that's going to be the length that I will be cutting up top. Then I will scoop back a little at a time, pulling up another section, again making sure it's 2 fingers worth of length every section that I pull, so that we maintain that even length throughout the top and we don't end up with a choppy looking cut. Then once we've gone all along down the middle, we will move back up to the front left side and start again the same process, placing 2 fingers under the hair to continue doing our trim. You will even notice the guide from the middle section that we cut, so all we are doing is matching everything up. Then we will do the same to the right side so that all the top is cut out to an even length. Then once everything is cut out on top, we will just blow dry the hair completely dry so we can start doing our clipper work. First, I will look for his temple peak hairline, and that's where I will start my first guideline with the clipper lever close to a 0. Make sure that it slants towards the back to create that drop fade effect. Take your time with this first guideline, guys. You want to make sure that it's as clean and even as possible, since the rest of our lines will run parallel to this one. So if this one ain't even, then the rest of the whole cut won't be even. So when you're done, take a good look from the back and the front of the head to make sure your line is even before moving on to the next one. Next, I will open the lever all the way to set in my next guideline. I'm going to come up about a ½ inch from the previous line, so just make sure you run it parallel to the first line all around the head. We don't need to be pressing hard on the clipper either. All we are doing is placing it on the head in a smooth, casual manner and letting the clipper do the cutting. All we are doing is guiding it. Next, I will throw on my number 1 guard with the lever open to set in my next guideline. Again, like before, I'm going to set it in coming up about another ½ inch from the previous line. And also just make sure you keep a hand brush in hand so you can continually be brushing any hair that you cut so that you can better see your lines being set in and being blended out. And it's good habit to maintain a clean canvas throughout the process. Moving forward, I will throw on my number 2 guard with the lever all the way open. This time I'm not so much setting in a guideline, but instead starting the process to connect the side lane to the top. This will be around the place where the head starts to curve, and we don't want to follow the head shape with the clipper because you will end up taking too much hair off the top, creating more of a mohawk effect. So instead, we're going to act as if the head is a square shape, and we will be cutting straight up but only coming up about another ½ inch. For better reference, you can place a comb on his head to see the angle and direction that we want to imitate with our clipper. Next, we're going to do the exact same thing but with the 3 guard lever all the way open. Again, only coming up about another ½ inch, still trying to blend in the side to the top, cutting straight up in a vertical manner. It almost feels as if you're just placing the heel of the guard on the head, trying to keep the point of the guards straight up. So now any hair bulk after this, I will use the clipper over comb technique. So I will grab a wide white flat tooth comb so we can see the contrast of the hair. Then I will pull up any hair bulk that I see, making sure I angle the comb straight up after combing out some hair, then just trimming away any hair that hangs out. I will repeat this around the whole head till everything is nicely blended to the top. After this, now we will be left with our 3 guidelines to blend out. We will work our way down starting from the uppermost guideline. To take this one out, I will throw on the number 1½ clip, and I will open the lever to 3/4. This is basically between halfway and all the way open. Then I will just work on that top line a little at a time till I blend it and soften it as much as possible. Keep in mind that you may have to open and close the lever here and there depending on the type of hair the client has. but the lever at 3/4 will always be a good starting point to then determine what is needed. Also guys, keep in mind that this kit didn't come with this 1/2 and 1.5 clip, so I will leave them linked down in the description, as these clips will be a huge help when doing any type of fade. Next, I will start working on this middle guideline. For this one, it's going to take 2 guards. First, starting with the 1/2 clip, lever open to that 3/4, and then after, or whatever it don't take out, then I will throw on the number 1 guard to finish taking out whatever this guard didn't. So like I said, I'm gonna just come in with this 1/2 guard open to that 3/4 position, and then just attacking that middle guideline a little at a time, and I'm just gonna attack it right there where it's at. Be careful not to try and chase that guideline higher and higher. Like I said, whatever it don't take out, we'll come back in here with the 1 guard, lever open to that 3/4 to finish taking it out. And so now, like I said, I'm gonna throw on that number 1 guard, keeping that lever on that 3/4 position, and now I'm gonna come back in and try and finish taking out this middle guideline completely. Make sure you take your time, guys. Some spots may take longer than others to blend out, but with time you will be able to learn several ways to angle the clippers in several directions to better help blend out these lines a lot easier. And now we are left with this last guideline to blend out. This line will take 3 lever positions, first with the lever closed, then halfway, then all the way open. Since it takes more time for this line, I will break down this step into 3 sections, first starting with the right side. So with the lever closed all the way, I will start blending out the line to soften it as much as possible. Keep in mind we are only blending there where the line starts and no more higher than that. Then I will open the lever halfway, continue blending a little higher in the same manner, and then after this I will open it all the way to finish blending this line all the way out. And now once we are done with the right side, we will repeat the same steps on the back side of his head. Again, starting with that lever closed all the way, then open halfway, and then open all the way. Gradually opening it as you move up a tad bit on the line till it blends out. Then we will do the exact same thing on the right side to finish taking out that first line completely. And now after this, I will just go back in and do a little bit of touch-up work. For this one, I felt like I needed a 1/2 clip open to 3/4, and all I did was go around the entire head looking for any dark spots or inconsistencies in the fade, and all I did was come in with the corners of the clipper and just blended them right out. Keep in mind, guys, that everybody's touch-up work will be different and will vary from head to head, but with time you will be able to better determine what guard or what lever position you will need to take out these lines completely, or these dark spots. And now we're going to start removing the bottom of the hair. First, you'll notice that I start with my trimmers blending out the uppermost part of the bottom hair, and I do this only so that when I come back and take out the rest of the bottom of the hair, I'll be able to kind of leave a little faint line, and that line's going to be able to help us or it's going to serve as another guideline as to show us how high to come up with our electric shaver. So now we're just going to finish taking out the rest of the bottom of the hair, and like I said, you'll be able to see that little faint line that I was talking about. It's kind of more so better to see in the backside than the sides, but in person you will be able to see it, and that's just going to be our guideline to show us how high to come up with our electric shaver. And then once we're done, we're going to grab our electric shaver and we're just going to shave up into the skin, just right under that little faint line that we had left. And now we will set in our edge up with our trimmers. I will start by setting Limural. So in case y'all forgot, here's the before and now here's the after. I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video and were able to learn something from it. Please let me know y'all's thoughts down in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and to check out the rest of our tutorials on our channel. Again guys, my name is Sergio Barron, this is Faded Culture, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.